Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another lovely edition of Ride with Ryan. I figure I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. I know it's only my second moto vlog, but I decided I'm gonna try and just do something different than what everybody else is doing. See how it works out for me. Figure maybe while I ride I'll talk about some stuff that's going on in the world, or something maybe that's catching the headlines and get everybody's opinion. Biggest thing I've been seeing recently is this whole Caitlyn Jenner deal. It's a little surprising. I feel bad for the dude, to be honest with you. Going your entire life with a lie like that's a little scary to think about. I can't possibly imagine what that must feel like, to be living with a secret that important, that big, that you can't share with anybody. You know, because of who he is and who he was. I think it sucks that we have to live in a society where the guy had to feel like it was necessary to do this big interview with, I think it was Diane Sawyer, someone like that. I think that's who it was. And when you think of it like that, it's a pretty shitty world we live in. I mean, come on. The guy's not gay. He's what? He just thinks he was born a woman, or feels that he was born a woman. I got no problem with it. I would never wish that on anybody, because it is a tough life you have to live. You know, I was listening to the radio and I'm hearing that a lot of these newscasters and you know, TV show hosts and all that, they're getting scolded on Twitter and all these other places purely because of their wording with some of these situations that are arising with Caitlyn Jenner. Things like accidentally calling her a him, when that's the habit we've all had, and they're crucifying people for making a mistake within the first few weeks of this guy's coming out. It was very clear that it wasn't done out of hatred or done out of disgust for this guy's decisions. It was purely just a slip of the tongue, it seemed, because, you know, they quickly came out and apologized. And I heard specifically one woman who's of Jewish religion being told that they wish that she would die, and saying all these things sacrilegious towards her, as if it's going to make the situation any better. The other thing I've been hearing about is the ESPN gave him the I don't know, the Arthur Ashe Award, I think it's called, for courage. Now, I am not saying this didn't take courage, because I'll be honest, it takes some major balls to come out in the public eye, most of it being televised, or, you know, every single step of the way was being you know, published and recorded. But I had heard that there was somebody that was much more deserving of the award get passed up for it. Apparently there was a girl, I can't remember her name, I only heard it once, but she was suffering from brain cancer and was still a college athlete during her whole time of having cancer. And she ended up raising a few $1 million towards cancer research, I think specifically towards brain cancer. And now she's dead. She passed away battling cancer. She didn't make a fight. She couldn't make it. Poor thing. Only a sophomore in college, man. And what was she? Maybe 21, 20? That is so sad. But she was supposed to be the recipient of the award. I guess it's during the ESPYs, and you know, it wasn't stated that she was the guaranteed winner, but from what I've been understanding, she was going to get the award. It was all but a written fact. And then when Caitlyn Jenner decided to do what she did, the Arthur Ashe award ended up going to Caitlyn Jenner. So I don't know how you all feel about that, but I just think it's a little strange how you get somebody who does what in society should be normal. You know, people stating what their true beliefs or what their true sexuality is. I'm not going to say that I completely support it, but I in no way can hate on somebody for doing something that they believe in, because I wouldn't want someone to treat me that way. If I did something I believed in that somebody else may not accept, I would expect them to treat me with respect, which is what I'm going to do to them. As long as you don't try and push your beliefs on me, I have no problem with anything you believe in. I may not agree with it, I may not support it, but I am okay. I'm accepting. And I accept Caitlyn Jenner. It's strange to me, but I think it's strange to anybody that's not going through that. It's tough to put yourself in the position of something in such a unique situation. But, and this may not be something that a lot of people accept hearing from me, but I do hope and pray that my children don't have to go through something like that. And it sounds selfish, and for some parts of it, I guess it is. I have hopes of having a young boy, maybe a young girl, and having them grow up to be something that I dream of them being. And that lifestyle seems to be so difficult. I would never want to put somebody in that situation. I think that it is an awful way to have to live your life, because the fact is there are always going to be people that hate. You know, it's one of those things where, what are you going to do? You're either going to accept it or you're going to hate it. And it's much easier to accept something than spend all the energy it takes to hate it. But you know, I'm one guy, so let me know your opinion. I'm really curious to hear what other people's opinions are. So far, I've only been hearing opinions of people that are paid to be respectful in this, you know, whether it be the news or, you know, radio, you know, in the public eye. I'd be curious to hear what people, unfiltered, YouTube commenters, think about this whole thing. I really am. So, if you've got an opinion on it, good, bad, undecided, I'd be curious to hear about it. So put your comments in the section below there. I'd be really curious to hear.